Ta-da! So, welcome back for day 13. Today we're going to be talking about the energy you can save with motion sensor switches. You may recall from yesterday's video that 28% of our greenhouse gas emissions come from our electricity production because we're still burning coal. That means every minute that your lights stay on, you are directly contributing more greenhouse gases to our atmosphere. However, there's a very simple solution, and that is saving power by using motion sensors. So I know it's bright outside right now, but we're getting to the part of the year where it starts getting dark earlier in the day. And so people have a tendency to use a lot more electricity in their homes, both for lighting and heating the house. One of the simplest ways that you can save on energy and thus save on greenhouse gas emissions is by installing motion sensor switches so that lights in certain parts of your home only get used when that part of the house is being used. If you're like me, you have a few people who shall remain nameless who don't like to turn lights off when they leave rooms. A motion sensor switch helps you by making sure that you don't have to remember, it'll turn it off for you. So here's the thing. I know that electrical work can be kind of intimidating, but this is actually really easy. You only need maybe 3 tools for this: a Phillips head screwdriver, a flathead screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose pliers. The other thing that you want to make sure you do before you get started is turn off the power breaker for the light that you're going to be working on. That way you don't get electrocuted when you're messing with the wires. Even still, it's not enough electricity to kill you, but I'd rather not get zapped if you can avoid it. There it is! Alright, so now that the power is off to that switch and that light, I won't electrocute myself while I'm working on it. Now you'll notice on this switch that they have these nice color labeled wires for us. However, because our house is older than most of this year's presidential candidates, we don't have that nice color coding on most of our wires. So you're going to have to check that before you start doing this. There's a couple of tricks for that, but you might want to consult with an electrician if you have an issue like that. Now, once you've actually installed the switch, before you put everything back in there and screw it back into place, you want to go down and hit the breaker again and see if it actually works. Now, for the moment of truth. Ta-da! Now, the last step in this process, because you don't want your wife to yell at you, is to make sure to put on a finishing plate so that the switch looks nice. This one is a 2-piece construction, so we're going to actually bolt that into the plate itself, and then we're going to snap that piece on top. And just like that, we have ourselves a nice pretty motion sensor that also has a manual switch. Ta-da! And with that motion sensor in place, you'll be saving money in no time. Now, if you're like me and you remember every time you walk out of a room, you can also just hit the manual switch. It'll turn the lights out for you as well. So start planning where you're going to put your motion sensor switches and start saving power and the environment. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share today's video. And remember, only solutions. Thanks for sticking with me through that longer video. As a special treat, I'm going to give you guys a fun blooper. Is it back on? Yeah. Damn.